Hey, what's up, guys? It is Rob, and I am back with a brand new ranking video. I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite franchises when it comes to movies, and I consider this to be like a perfect trilogy. Um, and it is the Back to the Future movies. You know, I love all three, and I used to think that Indiana Jones was a perfect trilogy until that stupid fourth movie came out. I'm sorry. It's not anymore. Well, I guess you could just say the first three are great. But Back to the Future holds up even today. And, new audiences and people are viewing this trilogy for the very first time and loving it. Um, I just like how all three films are different, but yet it still sticks to the same formula of time travel. Um, but anyway, I wanted to do a quick ranking for you, and it's not really going to be interesting at all because it's only three movies, and I think you can pretty much guess what my worst to best is, even though I don't hate any of these. I love all three of them. So saying that it's last place doesn't mean anything. It just means I like the other two more, a little bit more. So, yeah, just a quick ranking for you guys doing the Back to the Future movies. So, coming in at last place or number three is, of course, the third movie, Back to the Future, Part 3. And, you know, when I was younger, I didn't really care for the Wild West setting. In fact, I thought it was just boring. I just didn't really care for that type of film. I guess I really wasn't into westerns that much. I think the only western film that I saw back then was like Tombstone. And yeah, I guess it was just the setting itself. But as I got older, I started to appreciate this movie a lot more. I still love it though. It is fantastic. I love the music. I love the setting. I love the characters. And everyone pretty much talks about how they don't like Clara. I thought Clara was fine. I liked the fact that Doc Brown actually had a love interest because he seemed like a lonely man, always by himself, inventing things. And it's like finally he meets somebody, and it was kind of something refreshing. So, um, yeah, that is my pick for number three. Coming in at number two is Back to the Future Part 2. And it's weird. This movie takes place like seconds after the first film. Like Marty doesn't even get a break. I mean, he comes back from the 50s. The timeline is different. His family's different, and then he sees Jennifer, and then all of a sudden Doc shows up. We got to go back to the future. Like Marty doesn't even get to take a piss or anything because he gets right in the DeLorean. They take off. I thought this was a cool take on the future with the cars that fly, the way Hill Valley looks, in the future. I mean, it has that same look, but like, a little modernized and futuristic, like with the skateboards. They're called hoverboards now. They have no wheels. Just really, really awesome stuff. I like the whole twisted future or twisted timeline where Biff is in control of everything because he stole the almanac. And, by doing that, he made the timeline what he wanted to make it. And Marty was basically just stuck in there. A lot of stuff happens in this film. It's one of the best sequels ever made. And I know a lot of people love this one more than the first or love it the best out of the trilogy, but it's definitely a great sequel. So number one, of course, for me is the first, Back to the Future. I love the beginning, like with all the clocks and then Doc's invention, like makes Einstein the dog food drops out and makes breakfast, and um, Marty going in there plugging his guitar into the amp, and then it explodes because he turns it up too high. The music, Power of Love, by Huey Lewis and the News. I really love Huey Lewis. That's one of my favorite. Well, Huey Lewis and the News was one of my favorite bands to listen to. They had a lot of good hits, but I love the gritty look to this one has kind of like a, I want to say like a darker feel to it, especially in the beginning. Once he gets to the 50s, then it kind of lightens up a little bit. But I like that transition. When he goes back to 1955, um, and then he has to try to get back, uh, to his family in his timeline. But by doing that, he's changing what his parents were to what they're supposed to be, or the way he wants them to be. Um, I really love that. The fact that you see this DeLorean that is turned into a time machine. It's really, really cool. Executive producer Steven Spielberg and Frank Marshall and Kathleen Kennedy, Robert Zemeckis. There was talks on, after doing the trilogy, there was talks on doing another Back to the Future, but Robert Zemeckis pretty much said no every time because he didn't want to tarnish what had been done. Even though I think Back to the Future 3, I still think, I mean, the ending is good, but I still think it leaves room for more things to happen. Um, I still want to know how he built that train. It runs on steam, but where did he get the parts? You know what I mean? Where did he get the parts to actually time travel? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, this movie is like a masterpiece to me. There are very few movies that I consider masterpieces. I mean, Rocky, Jaws, um, and there's other ones out there that I can't think on top of my head. But Back to the Future is definitely one of them. So, yeah, this movie, like I said, still holds up today. Still one of the greats. Awesome soundtrack, music, characters. Michael J. Fox, I would say that this is my favorite Michael J. Fox movie next to Teen Wolf, because I really like him in that one. But anyway, yeah, Back to the Future is my number one. So, like I said, it's a pretty standard ranking. There's only 3 films, and it's just kind of like, well, duh, What's your ranking? I'd like to, see it in the comments. If you want to make a video response, that's cool too. Let me know your, Back to the Future list from worst to best, or if you want to do best to worst, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, there's only 3 movies, not really hard to do. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. So thanks for watching this. I'll be back with more ranking videos. In fact, I plan on doing a lot of ranking videos. That's something that I've been wanting to do for a lot of series that I have, movie franchises and stuff. So I'm finally now getting to it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back with more videos. See you in the next one.